You're listening to The Kelly Slusher Show with your host, Kelly Slusher. Yay, I'm back. Hi. Yay, happy 2026. Woo-hoo-hoo. This is my 70th, it's hard to say that, 70th episode, 70. Hurrah. I've been doing this for 3 years. This is like my, I would say this is probably my 3-year anniversary of doing my podcast. I started it in 2023, which blows my mind. Like, I started this podcast started as my life was probably the most chaotic it's ever been. It inspired me because I wanted to do this podcast. I didn't know how to do it. I had all these visions. I was thinking about that, like how much I had these visions of what I wanted to do for like my whole life. I couldn't figure it out. I was like, it involves this and this. What is it? I saw it. I saw it for like years. Like, what is this thing I'm going to be doing? I had this vision, and this is it. It's definitely the podcast. It combines everything I love all together. I wouldn't have thought that it would have been a podcast, but yeah, but also it involves, I'm working on my YouTube page. I'm working on actually videos, and I'm working on a website. I'm putting a website together, which I'm super excited about. My website now has just been a landing page for the podcast episodes. I didn't have an official website, so I'm working on that. I love building things. I love building. I love building businesses. I love building things. So I get really excited. Not that I've done a lot of business. I have done some, definitely. But I love to build. I'm a builder. So not physical, but like, let's make the website. Let's do this. Let's do this. Yeah, I get really excited. So anyway, Happy New Year's to everybody. I had the weirdest New Year's. So I did not get any invitations to any New Year's parties. I saw flyers for around town, but I was like, I'm not going to go. Because if you don't know about me and haven't been listening, if you do know about me, yay. But if you are new to my podcast, new to me, I have a ton of episodes. Obviously, this is my 70th one. I talk a lot about my life. I talk about my history, and I have a very interesting life and a very interesting history. And as day to day, everything unfolds, I have more interesting things to tell you. So I moved to a small town. I moved here 10 years ago, and then I left, and then I came back. So I know some people. I have more acquaintances, I would say. I had some friends, but sometimes with friends you kind of grow. I think I grew apart from some of the friends that I was close to. Definitely grew apart. This happens, less things in common. But I still know people, but I'm not like, I wouldn't say I have a really close, tight community here. I know people and I love everyone I know. So, so I know like, a bunch of different people from a bunch of different places. So it's not like, because there's a lot of, groups here, like, the music scene, there's different groups of music scenes, there's art scenes, so I don't belong to one thing. I'm kind of fly around with my wings and fly and meet people, and I don't know, but because of that, I don't have like a single thing, so as it comes to New Year's Day, I'm realizing like maybe like a week or two before, I'm like, okay, so nothing's going on that I know of. I've kind of asked, no one really knew of anything, so it's whatever. I'm just gonna probably had a feeling. I was like, okay, it's gonna be a weird New Year's. So then I saw two people. I saw someone at the store, and I was like, what are you guys doing? He's like, oh, him and his wife, like, we're just gonna go to sushi. And I was like, okay, cool. Okay, everyone's staying in. And then as the day on New Year's Eve was like progressing, I was becoming more and more introverted, more and more introspective. And I was like, well, I'm at that. And then there was like that line where I was like, if I even get invited out right now, I'm going to be that person who's just like too weird to talk to anybody. Cause that happens. Like I'm like I'm an ambivert, so I can be extroverted, but then I can be incredibly introverted where like I can, if I get in that weird introverted mode and I want to go out, I don't talk to anyone and I'm weird. And it's like, I'm not interesting. And I'm just like, what? Words? People? That was happening. And so I had someone text me. She's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I guess so far I'm not doing anything." And she's like, I was like, "What are you doing?" She's like, "Oh, me and my roommate are going to sushi." So in my head, I'm like, is that what everyone does? Is that how everyone's bringing in 2026? Everyone's going to sushi. And then I started thinking, wow, could the sushi bars handle all those people? So it's like 5 o'clock rolled around, and I didn't reach out to anybody. So I did this thing where I was like, well, if I get, if some people I know, they, invite me to something, that's okay, I'll probably go. But around 5 o'clock, I was like, I don't know, I'm too introspective now. I'm too deep in my thoughts. And so, and so nothing. So I was like, okay, so I spent New Year's by myself, which I've never done. Well, I was with my bunny. Oh, but see, the thing is, I went to bed at 9. I was tired. I was really wiped out. But it was kind of interesting because I didn't celebrate it and do the countdown, all that stuff. I woke up the next day like it was just another day. Like I knew the year had changed, but I didn't have like this, like, whoa, it's a new year and that countdown. So I kind of feel like nothing happened, like it didn't change, the year didn't change. So it was really interesting. But the thing is, I notice this Halloween and New Year's, I have the same I get really introspective, and so it's hard for me to party hard. And then New Year's is always this like day, it's this expectation, you got to party and listen to my episode, if you dare, like 2 years ago. It was when 2020 it turned to 2024. I had ended my podcast in 2023. I was okay, everybody, don't wake up the next day with a hangover. You don't want to start your year that way. I woke up the next day with a hangover. Like I went to a party with my really fun friend. I got to be careful with my friend Heather. Like she's fun, but she's a little wild. So she's the kind of person that will keep buying you beers. And I'm like, I am a lightweight. Like, no. And I'm not going to drink and drive and all that stuff. So she lives like an hour away. Actually, that was one thing I was going to do, is go hang out with Heather. But I knew if I drove an hour away and no, it was raining. So I was like, no, that's not how I'm going to start my, I have a lot of things I want to do this year. I wanted to be, I got really introspective, got really clear, which was kind of cool. And yeah, I didn't party. I didn't wake up with a hangover. I didn't drink anything. And I have more fun on days that aren't New Year's. It always happens that way. Like I'll end up like a couple weeks ago, I went dancing, I danced my buns off and I danced really hard and it was really fun and stuff like that. Like to me, that is fun. Like the unplanned, forcing New Year's, you got to do this, you got to be like, yeah. But yeah, I don't like that 2023 New Year's. That was crazy. But my favorite, okay, so then let's see. So that was interesting. So I woke up and I was like, woo. And then, so this year, I woke up and everything was just kind of like, okay, cool. I don't have a hangover. And it's been raining like every day. It's like rain, 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 pouring buckets of rain, and it's really annoying. So, but my memory of when it turned from 2017 to 2018, I believe that was when it was. It had to have been. I believe it could have been turning 2016 to 2017, but I think it was 2018 when I did a Joan Jett cover band. It was so fun. I wasn't even living here very long, and I was hanging out with a group of friends, people, and someone, Chris Strang, who is amazing. Like, he's a great musician. He's always doing bands, and he's a very interesting fella. But he invited me to do Joan Jett, and I was like, what? No, he invited me to do like a cover band, and it was maybe like a couple months before New Year's, and I was like, really? You're inviting me? That's amazing. All the people, you invited me, and I was like, oh, I knew what I was going to do, because I had done a Joan Jett cover band like a long time ago when I lived in Sacramento. They did like Halloween cover shows, and I did Joan Jett. I did a bunch of stuff. I did X-ray specs, like I was polystyrene, and pulled that off pretty well. I did Lilliput. I did all these like really cool like punk bands, but my favorite was Joan Jett. And so I was like, I'm doing Joan Jett. And it was easy. I pulled it together with like my housemates and some other people came over and we had like a full band. And those songs are so fun to play. So fun to play. They're fun to sing, but they're really fun to play. And I did Joan Jett. And it was really cool because I didn't know a lot of people in this town. And it was at this place called Cooper's. And it was like packed. It was a packed house. And I was like, this is such a cool way. And that's another way I knew that I belonged in this place. And if you listen to like my stories about like when I was living up in Oregon and I got into some like hippie loop. I'm not a hippie, but there just weren't many people that I knew to hang out with in the Northwest. Like we're in this little town. It was either like major snowboard people or like more like, or hippies or hillbillies. The Patagonia, like the people that, sporty, really super sporty people. And I don't jive with them. I'm not a sporty person. So I ended up hanging out with like these hippies. And so it was really depressing. And so like when I got to do this Joan Jett, it was just like, so like, yes, I found my place, my home. So anyway, that was so fun. And it was like, yeah, you're like, yeah. But then there was this promoter guy, like asked me to do Joan Jett again. It was supposed to be like maybe in April or May, but it got drawn out to October. So then like for like 10 months, we had to keep practicing Joan Jett. And he kept pushing. So it ended up being this Halloween show. It was fun, but it got really drawn out. So I'm kind of over it at this point. And then that Halloween show was crazy because it was a Kiss cover band. It was a Cure cover band. And then it was Joan Jett opened. And I definitely felt like I was out of my element because I was backstage. And those guys, like the Kiss cover band guys, they were like, I mean, I don't know what words to explain it, but we would never hang out, you know, and they intimidated me. They were scary because I'm like this little lady. I mean, I'm a tough girl, but like, you know, I'm back there. I think I was by myself. I don't know where my band members were, but I was like, you know, I went out and did the dress, or I did like the sound check, and then I came back and I was back there, and the guys like, and they had like some New York accent, like, "Hey, Joan Jett, good job." And I was like, thanks. I'm like, I just felt like out of my element. And then the Cure, there's a Cure cover band, and the Cure, you know, I'm talking, but it's true. I saw behind the scenes, like they were back there being, oh my gosh, like doing drugs and like, I don't know what they were on. Maybe they were coked out. I don't know. There was a burlesque show happening like in between the bands, and then the burlesque women and I remember there was like the Cure guy, and then the Robert Smith wannabe singer guy, and there was a burlesque girls, and they were giving him a BJ in the back side room, and I was like, I don't belong here. Like, this is not my thing. I'm wearing all black. This is it. And then the promoter had a total meltdown, like that I had to like deal with because I had to give him a ride home, and I'm never like, that was just like, he's just an emotional mess. And so he like had a meltdown, and it was really embarrassing when I heard what he did. And I was like, oh my gosh, like had this whole scene, this fit. And I'm like, I this isn't for me. So then like, I remember going home and just like taking off my black wig and my black clothes. And I was like, put on like my pink outfit. And I was like, this is who I am. I'm Pink Girl. I would do Joan Jett again, probably, if it did come up, because it was so fun. But that lifestyle, and it's kind of funny, when I did the New Year's Eve show on 2018, Joan Jett was playing not that far away the same night. It was like maybe 50 miles away. Not even that. It was not that far from where I was playing. So I played, and I'm like, I don't channel. I'm not a channel person. I don't channel people, but like, I was like, did I? But then when I compared like I really did like research on like who she is as a person, and she's super raunchy. I'm not raunchy. I mean, I might joke, but I'm not a raunchy person. So as personality wise, very different, but I'm an imitator. I'm an actor, so I can imitate, very good at imitating. So that was fun, but quite a difference in waking up to like, going to bed at 9:00 on New Year's. I'm just like, I'm tired. I'm going to bed. and woke up and I was like, no hangover. And I had like clarity. I really also wanted to get clear about, because that's the thing about New Year's, why it's so intense. Like it's for me, it's reflective. It's like what I did the past year, what I want to stop doing, because I do live my life intentionally. And that sounds weird maybe to people who don't, but people who are really successful in their lives and people who do things, they're intentional with their lives. But yeah, so like really like being clear about what I want to do and what I'm doing, and like, living intentionally and thinking about it and being like, so the next day I wake up and I have this little bunny. He's very small. He's very loving. Like he's really loving. Love. He's a lover. Like he just sits on me and he hugs me. Like I've never had a pet like this. I've never had anything this loving. I've had cats and I've never had dogs, but mainly cats. I have had rabbits throughout my life, but nothing like this. This is something different. And so he's so sweet. Okay. So this little guy is, the sweetest little thing. So, he lives for me, I'm his entire life. He doesn't have any rabbit. I'm not going to that's a whole story. I got him a friend to not go crazy, but I went crazy. I lost my mind. I was like, no. So I kept this little bunny, and I never expected that I was going to have this kind of, I'm really protective of him because everything wants to eat a bunny. So I put my bunny in this, I buy these little play rings for them. They're like, they can't get out of them. I put it on my porch. In the summertime, he had one, and he was out I just can't believe this. He was out in my enclosed yard, but there's one way into my yard. I don't have a closed gate to close my yard, which I now wish I did. So I didn't think about this. So I put him out on the porch thinking he's safe. He's in his little playpen. I see this like white streak out my window, and I'm like, what was that? And I look out, and there is this dog, and he's like one of those wolf dogs, like I don't know, husky. I don't know what the breed is, but they look like they have wolf in them. And like biting, like going for basically gonna kill my bunny, like my little Brian Slusher. Like, and then I see the wolf dog, and I yell out this blood-curdling scream, and I just pull the entire playpen inside my house, and the dog ran off. But my mind kept going, had I not seen that, I thought he was safe. I thought he was safe in my yard. I didn't think there's like some predators. Like, I'm aware that there's skunks and raccoons and owls and, well, they're not during the day, but like hawks of, like there's certain things that will come, cats. There have been dogs, and like the neighbors had their dog, had some friend over, but that dog didn't care about the rabbit. He wasn't a hunter, but that was a hunter. And I'm like, how did he know? He went straight to the rabbit, the bunny. And I told my mom, and she's like, yeah, he smelled the rabbit. And I was like, oh, ding dong me. Didn't even think about that. He probably smelt him from a mile away. That's how their sniffers are. So it's this, he found the score when he found my bunny, Brian. So then that was like the first day. I'm like, January 1st, it was like with a bang. I'm like, oh my gosh. Okay. Well, apparently, that was crazy. So I kept going, like, what would have happened? Like, and I would have been horrified, and I don't know. Like, and then I'm like, well, what if I had gone out the night before and I had a hangover and I put him outside thinking it was fine. And then it would have just drugged him off in the playpen probably. But I love putting him outside because, I don't know, he loves it out there, and he spends hours outside, and it's fine. So I'm going to buy him like a little wooden structure. There's these like bunny hutches you can get. I don't know. I just didn't do the investment in it because I was like, I don't know what I was thinking, but I wasn't thinking. They're kind of big, and then you got to, put them together, and I'm not good at putting stuff together necessarily. And then, what's the other deal? Oh, because I'm renting, so it's kind of big. So I don't know. I just always think like more big things, but I got to keep them safe. So I'll just get him a bunny hutch with a fence. I kind of in the middle of finishing my website, which is going to have, it's not going to have cookies on it. Do you notice that every website you go to has cookies on it? Or ask you, can I give you, can we sell all your personal information? Just curious. You can always opt out. Or the ones that are nice, they put like, you can say don't, like no, just don't. But I guess that's because websites would, and then they got in trouble, and now they're all like letting you know. So every website you go to that does that would have just used your information. It's really dumb. It's so stupid. But it's not going to have any of that. So it's going to be a very popular website. But it's going to be good because it's going to put like all the things I love to do. It's all together on my website. It's going to have, basically it's going to be for my podcast. But then I'm going to have like links to my music and probably even put my little bunny bake shop, my pastry chef and stuff that I do. I'm going to somehow incorporate that into this. I have this idea for these little cookies I want to do. So I think it'd be kind of cool that, I could sell to my audience and have like, you guys can buy some of my cookies, but I can ship them, do that whole shipping thing. And I think it'd be really fun because it's something personal that you could buy from me and support me. And those are the kind of cookies you'll get from me. You won't get cookies on the website, but you can get cookies from my website. Does that make sense? I wish I could explain the cookie. I saw something and they're cool. I don't see them here. And, I was watching this like reel and it's, what is it called? British Problems. I think that's what it's called. That guy is so funny. That's all I know. I just saw it on Instagram. And, he was eating something. He was talking about some thing and it was something British. And I looked it up and I was like, oh my, not only is that guy funny and inspiring me to do more comedy videos, he just talked about something with baking. And I was like, I don't see those here. So that'd be cool. So I can't say what it is because you can't ever say what it is. You got to keep it on the DL until you do it. It's very powerful to do that. And so there's so much I want to be able to share. Like I'm doing this, but I'm like, it's really powerful to keep things to yourself because, I don't like when people are all talk. Don't be all talk. I want action. Just do some, do things and no. Oh, my list is so freaking long. I didn't do a podcast episode last week. Let me see. And yeah. Okay. So I've been thinking, this is just one of the things I've been thinking about. Bingo. Bingo. Oh, before I talk about that, I did make a mission statement for my podcast. That's one thing I did. New Year's Day, I made a mission statement and I'm going to read it. Okay. My mission is to bring comedy and storytelling to an audience and create a community that feels like you are hanging out with a friend. To perform and write jokes and funny ideas, create and perform sketch comedy, engage my audience with storytelling, create soundscapes, sing songs, and interview people I find interesting. The Kelly Slusher Show is lighthearted, fun, super creative, and new. Okay, so I love it. I'm going to put that somewhere. I'm going to put it on my, it's just good to have. It's like businesses always, you got to have a mission. You got to know what your mission statement is. You got to know your clarity. You got to know like where you're going to be, what you're doing. And this is it. So it's my love. It's my life purpose. I really do believe this is my life purpose, honestly. Especially since I had the vision so many years ago when I couldn't figure out what I was seeing. I was like, what am I doing? This is it. And my ideas, I literally write for this probably all day long. Like I get ideas all the time. So I have notepads. You guys I have so many notepads. I have stuff on my, I put it in my phone, on my computer, like all day long. So lots of ideas. That's what I'll tell you, but I won't tell you anything more than that because, keep it a surprise. Keep it coming. Keep it on the DL until you actually do it. Okay, so bingo. For some reason, I decided to look up bingo on the YouTubes. And I don't remember what made me want to look up bingo. I just find it interesting. I don't know enough about it. I think it's funny. And so I was writing these bingo jokes, which were really silly. That's why I was like, I want a dog. I want a small, wiry terrier named Bingo. And I think it started from that. And I was like, I want a dog named Bingo. I think that'd be the best name for a dog. Small, wiry terrier. And if I had a dog, I'd probably have like a small, wiry terrier or like a Jack Russell Terrier or something. Small. I'd have a small dog. But not like loud, yappy, annoying dogs. And then I wrote, do you know there's bingo lingo? What if you had a dingo named Bingo? What if Ringo Starr was a bingo star? What if you played bingo in the banjo? Is there a guy named Banjo Joe? Well, there should be. So then I talked to my mom, who is hilarious. My mom is just a funny person. She's laughed her whole life. Like, my mom is the queen of cracking herself up. Like, she'll tell you something and she'll be like, oh, blah, blah, blah. I do that too. I just did it. That's why I crack myself up all the time, all day long. Got that from my mom. My dad passed away in 2024, but my dad also super funny. My brother's super funny. My sister's funny. She's funny too. We're all fun. I literally come from a family of laughing and jokes, even though like it was a hard family to be from. That's the core thing, is it always, no matter how hard things can be, it would always go to laughing too. So it's my nature, it's my natural being. And I was just, as a being, as a person, as, I am, I've always joked around. So it wasn't, I probably comes from whatever. Don't need to get that deep. So I was talking to my mom and she's widowed now. It's so weird to say that, but she's a widow and she's really cute. And she kind of knows it. She kind of uses it. I don't know. I can't explain it how she is. But the fellas, she's already had some guy ask her out. My dad was barely even had passed, and she hung out with some guy. And me and my sister were like, okay, Mom, you should probably give it a little time, but do it. My sister was more upset about than I was. I was like, Mom, do what you want, but you might want to. Anyway, that didn't work out. So, so my mom was telling me that she needed to weed. Okay, so it's brilliant. Where my mom lives, it's so amazing. It's such, I could have a whole TV series, like a whole show based, which I probably should do, based on where my mom lives. And she lives in this retirement, in the desert, retirement trailer park community that my parents moved into together. And my dad, it was a temporary place because my dad was, I think they had sold some house. Yeah, they sold a house and they moved into this place. And then that was supposed to be temporary until they got this, they were going to get another house. But my dad started getting dementia probably around that time. And he just started not being as with it. So anyway, they ended up in this house, in this trailer, and my dad, because he had dementia, and he built our house when I was a little girl. Like, my dad, seriously, a really, really amazing builder. My dad was a really talented, he's an artist, very talented person in that way, like built our house and from hand. Only thing he had help with was putting on the roof. That was when we lived in Arkansas. So he's just always he would do everything around the house, like all the handiwork, and that was his thing. But as he got dementia and he got more weak and frail, he made some really weird choices. So he did some wonky things to this trailer that my mom is still trying to figure out what to do about. Anyway, so they end up living in this. So they stay there. So they end up living in this retirement trailer park. And it's so good. It's so good. All the stories my mom tells me stuff. Anyway, So my mom's, she has to, she gets this note from the park manager, and she's like, you need to be weeding more. And I know that my mom it's probably not that bad because it's the desert and it's rocks everywhere. And I doubt she has that many weeds, honestly. She used to have someone in the trailer park that would come and help her, but that person moved away because they couldn't afford to live there anymore. So anyway, she's out in the yard and she's weeding. And the neighbor comes out from next door and he asked my mom out to go to bingo because they have bingo down at the clubhouse. I'm thinking so funny. I'm really? You went to bingo? Here I'm kind of geeking out on bingo. If you want, you should look into the world of bingo. It's insane. It is crazy. People are and it's sad because there are a lot of people who go to bingo are on welfare, or it's elderly people, but they'll spend all the money they have it's like I want to say it's a $1 billion industry every year, like multi-billion-dollar industry. Okay. It's not like it's huge because people will just spend everything and they have to do it. It's like crack. They're so addicted to it. And the one lady in the thing, she was saying, well, one of the things I was watching, she said that when you win one time, you're addicted. And so that's kind of sad. But they're just dishing out way more money than anyone's winning. So anyway, so the neighbor asked my mom out, Dave, for bingo. And I was like, did you go? She's like, oh, yes. I'm like, oh, do you like him? She's like, yes. I'm like, whoa, this is weird. This is weird. My mom is, my mom's dating. I don't know. She said she only went out with him once, but my mom also doesn't tell me everything. So I doubt she's probably hung out with him more than that. But I thought it was funny. So then I started making up this character. I was like, oh, when I want to get a date, what I do is I go in my yard and I start to weed. And I just weed until my neighbor comes over and asks me out to bingo. So it's so cute. So I'm like, okay, weird. You're not my daddy. That's what I'm going to tell him. What if I meet him? I'm like, you're not my dad. You're not my daddy, so don't ever think you will be. No. Actually, honestly, if my mommy could meet some fella who could help take care of her, because she is from the mindset of she's just never learned to take care of herself. Like my dad did everything. I mean, my mom could do some things, but she was a housewife. She didn't, learn financial stuff. She didn't learn she doesn't know what to do. Basically, she never knows what to do. And so she's got a lot of siblings and they help her, but it'd be nice. And I tried, my sister lives by her, which is great because I can't live in the desert like that. It's awful. I cannot stand where she lives. Like it's fun to visit, but after 2 days, I have to go. I have to leave, and never in the summertime. So yeah. So that'd be kind of cool if she met someone that could help her and take care of her. So anyway, it's been raining buckets of rain. And I've been noticing when I start my truck, like it sounds like the battery is weaker. And I was like, oh man, okay, I can change my own battery. I'm pretty sure I can change my own battery. So, I mean, I know how to do it, but I've never done it in this. I have a Toyota Tundra, so it's like higher up. And so it's harder for me to do stuff. There's a really funny story behind this truck, but I'll tell you another day. But so I was like, what am I going to do? And it's pouring buckets of rain. So I was like, okay, so I ordered the battery and then I went to AutoZone and I was like, this, it's been like these couple days, it's been stressing me out because I'm like, well, I guess I could go take it in. Oh, come on, I can do it myself, and then I have to wait, drop the truck. No, this week, of course, again, it's kind of busy, but I can tell, I'm like, I'm not going to get stuck. I mean, I can always call AAA I don't want to do that. Okay. So I go to AutoZone and I'm just like, okay, I guess I'm going to change this. And then I go in there and the guy's like, do you need installation? And I'm like, oh, yes. So he went out and he put the battery on in my truck. But the thing that's amazing about this is, I mean, it was weighing on me. I got to fix this soon. I can hear it's going to die. And so, the post the connectors to the battery, they seized together. So I would have never been able to get it off. And anyway, he was so patient and yeah. And then as he's doing this, he's telling me, this is the thing about me that's interesting is I have people who will tell me their life stories. They will tell me the deepest stuff, like people I don't know. They just feel comfortable enough to just kind of dump. And it's I don't take it personal, you're dumping on me. I let him talk. I'm like, okay. And I mean, this guy, his life is kind of hard and he's telling me this stuff. And I'm really closed-minded. And I'm someone who thinks that, and I know men can get more in this headspace of no, because it's a logical thing. This this equals this, so life is like this. But I'm always yeah, but I come from a really hard life. I don't tell them this, but in my head I'm thinking you can change things. I changed my outcome in my life because I had such a strong will to have a good life. And that's like a foundation for this. If you know more about me and you listen to my podcast, you know that I did not come from like this very happy, joyful. I was always that, but my environment wasn't that, like growing up. And then I had a lot of hard stuff happen throughout my life. And so I choose this. This is a choice. So he was just like dumping and like, but at the same time, he was like doing this amazing thing and he cleaned it was amazing. I felt, that moment of just being like, okay, it's going to be good. Cause I only had yesterday was super busy and it was raining and I don't have a place to cut. I don't have a garage and I couldn't think of anyone that I knew that had like a garage. And I was like, I can go to one of those under those covered car washes, but I don't think they're going to be down with someone working on their vehicle. And I'm like, it's just a battery, And so I was like, I don't know what to do. So it was amazing. So that was cool. Yay. So, and it's funny because my truck is there's these Toyota lovers. Like I love Toyotas. That's why I have a Toyota. But anyway, they lust for my truck. Like when he was out there, this one guy kept having excuses to come out and be like, look at the engine, and he's like, and finally he's like, dude, that's the same engine that I just put into this exact one. And I'm like, yeah, no, these are they're they're such good vehicles. And if you just keep putting, replacing things, they can just go forever. And I have my mechanics, when I pull in, they're just like, oh my gosh, they love me. Cause they're because I just keep changing things out, fixing it up. And that's the whole idea. And my one mechanic's like, this is the truck that I tell all my friends to buy. And you just slowly fix it up and it's going to last forever. And I was like, that's so cool. Eventually I'll get probably a little commuter car and just keep it. But it was $3,000 and I knew it was a really good deal. I bought it 5 years ago and I just keep putting money into it. But I love not having a car payment. But anyway, it's just really funny because the lust that these men have for these trucks. It's ooh, that truck, And I'm like, yeah, it's really cool. It's got a really powerful engine. So I just want to say that I'm super excited. My last episode, which was Christmas, and it was a spontaneous episode. I didn't think I was going to get to it, but it was really getting to me because I was like, gosh, I know, it's going to be so busy the next 2 weeks, was my most played episode. It was the most popular episode. And I'm like, wow, I was thinking, no, probably won't have any listeners. Everyone's on vacation, whatever, but probably travelers. Maybe I got some new people listening. So keep coming back. I'm so excited. Thanks for listening. And I think that's all I need to say. Yeah. So I'm gonna let you go. Sometimes I try to keep these at half an hour, but sometimes they get a little bit longer but yeah, thanks for listening and yay, happy 2026. And okay, I will talk to you guys next week. All right, bye-bye.